Hello and welcome to my garden and the dinosaurs who live there. We're nearly at the end of September and it's at this point I start looking around the garden to see what needs to go to be composted, get some final harvests and maybe move things around. And that's what I'm going to be doing today. So follow with me and you can see a few things that might be useful for you to consider at the end of September. This tomato is Red Robin and it's a bush variety and it's been giving me tomatoes really regularly for quite a long time, but yeah, it's just about done now. Well, it is done. So I'm just going to take the ones off that are okay. There's quite a few now that I've just split. A couple of green ones left, but I think it's time to compost this. It doesn't owe me a thing because I've had loads and loads of fruit off it. It just gave me a little bit too much actually. I've already got tons in the fridge, so I'm not complaining. So I will take so that's me got a little harvest of just the remaining good tomatoes. I'll take the squishy ones off now and pop them in with the chickens, and they can have a little munch on those, and I'll compost the plant. So I'm lucky to have this plastic raised veg jug, and it's got a nice plastic lid. So what I thought I would do is have a try at starting some lettuce and salad leaves just now. And put them in here, put the lid on top, and see if we can actually manage to grow anything. I would, maybe we can get some started this side of the winter, but excuse me, we shall see. And also I've got a little pot there of flat leaf parsley, so I thought I'd pop that in here as well, just to protect it from the worst of the weather. We'll need to see if it does grow and engulf everything else, but I don't think it will at this time of year. So that's what I'm going to do. First of all, I think I'll put in this parsley. I grew this from seeds, but it's not been doing much recently. So, in fact, there's a couple of plants there. Excellent. Roots. We'll just pop it in here. And hopefully it will overwinter in here. Okay. Right. Now for the seeds. So first in, crispy lettuce leaves blend. Okay. So I haven't opened this packet before. It's a Thompson & Morgan salad leaves, crispy lettuce leaves. Cut and come again. Okay, I'm going to put down 2 rows, so I'll just make 2 little trenches, and then I'll pop some seeds in and see how we go. Come on. Now I haven't done anything to this compost, it's just compost that was in this trug, and I grew some turnip and beetroot. It's a bit crazy, so I may end up sowing this everywhere. So I'm not going to be mean with the seeds. It's cut and come again, so it's not like I'm splitting it into individual plants. There we go. I'll just cover them up. There we go. Next is salad leaves Speedy mix. So this is a nice little salad mix, quick growing apparently, but at this time of year probably not. Let's get another couple of rows in. Go. And again, I'm going to be generous. In fact, there's not many of these left, so I won't be able to be as generous as I would normally be, but there we go. There we go. Done. Okay, I'm going to put year-round lettuce in here, and I'll just put a single row in because this lettuce will probably be thinned out. I'm not going to be mean though, I'm going to put plenty of seeds in. This time of year you just don't know what's going to germinate and what's not. Okay. And then finally Lakeland lettuce, and again I'll put a single row in. And it's like an iceberg type lettuce. Nice little white lettuce leaves, seeds. There we go. All done. So there we have it. I've pulled out the old plants that were in here, the beetroot and the turnips, and I've replaced it with something new. And all that remains is for me to give it a light water and pop the cloche on. Breezy, I'm afraid. Okay, this is red Profusion, another it's a sort of trailing tomato, and got loads and loads of fruit from this as well. Actually, ooh, look at this. I'm hoping I've caught this before it goes over. I have. Excellent. I'm just going to bin this, or compost this actually. Once I've taken off the fruit, it's just at that point. So I'll take off the nearly ripe tomatoes as well. Lovely. I think this cucumber's had its day. It has been brilliant. It's given me loads of cucumbers. This is market more. So I'm just going to call it a day with it, I think. But there are a couple of fruits. This is looking a little bit rough. It's been rubbed, but I'm sure it's fine. It'll be great for the quail. And then we have, by the looks of it, another one. Lovely. I think that's probably them all, but we'll just cut this down anyway. At the back of this I've got another Market More cucumber. So I think I'll actually harvest both of these fruits. Cut the top off, and there's a couple of fruits on the main part of the stem below this, and I'll just let it or them mature, and then that'll be the plant away. So I'll just take these off just now. And I have another cucumber down here that I think is probably done. I don't think there's anything on it now. No, so I think this one can just go. Having a good year for cucumbers though, which makes a change because the past 3 years I think have been rubbish. Certainly the past 2. Of course I don't have a greenhouse or polytunnel, so I put mine outside or in a plastic grow house sometimes. So I do struggle. But they've been great this year. Fantastic. Yippee. It'll be a shame having to buy cucumbers again. Oh, just found one. Looks a bit ropey though. Oops. Yeah, I'll give it to the quail. So this is the bed that I grew garlic in this year, and the garlic's obviously come out, and I didn't want to grow alliums in this bed again this year into next. So I've decided that I am going to make this into a little strawberry patch. So I've got strawberry plants in pots and a couple of other locations in the garden, and I am going to put a few more in here and have this as my main strawberry patch. Now already what you're seeing here already actually are babies that have come off a main plant that I dug out from another part of the garden and sort of plonked in here a few weeks ago. So you can see that they're well rooted, and I'm just going to distribute those around and then get some of the other plants and pop them in. I don't want to overpopulate this, but we'll see how many I can fit in sensibly. And while I do this, I take the opportunity to trim off any dead or dying leaves, and cut away any other babies that are forming now, because I don't want any more. And they, of course, they shoot off a plant at the end of a sort of a long stem and drop to the ground, and the tomato plant, the strawberry plant, then roots, and then you can sort of cut the umbilical cord if you like, and that's the young plant made. Now, a few of them have already sort of rooted in position, but I may well choose to dig them up like this one here. I'll just dig this up and move it because it's a little bit near the edge, but it's certainly rooted well, jings, as you can see there. So I'll perhaps put this at the back. I've been putting compost on here from tubs as I've been emptying them, so there's plenty of nice friable compost in the beds. I'll maybe put a larger one there, I think. Let's go and find one. Okay, so here's a couple of pots that have strawberry plants in that I want to put into this bed. And you can see here an example of a leaf that I'll just trim off. I'll probably take that one off as well. There we go. And I'll just tip this out. It's in another pot. I just soaked myself. There we go. So it's needing really to move up. So that's one. And then we have a slightly larger one here. And again, I'll just give it a trim. So that it's all nice and tidy. Let's just pull this out the pot. I think I'll pop this one at the back. It's a nice big plant. There we go. And as I'm digging in here, I'm finding lots of lovely worms. So it's a nice healthy bed. Okay, so we've got 3 at the back. Let's just pop this one here. Cute little worm. There will be gaps, but of course they'll get filled up easily enough when the plants start growing again in the spring. So yeah, I'll pop this little one here. And I've got a couple here that are a bit close together. I'll take this one out. Hello Oliver. I'll pop it here. You're video bombing, young man. In case you're wondering, this mesh that I have surrounding the bed is actually designed to keep carrot fly off a carrot crop, but I find it an excellent way of keeping chickens off any crop. So that's why I have that here. Unfortunately, it's not cat proof. Oliver, what are you doing? Alright, what to do? Let's just rearrange this. Again, a baby that just decided to start growing there. I'll just leave that one there, pop this one here. That'll be me. It's chucking it down with rain all night, so it's pretty damp. Pretty damp indeed. There we go. So, the makings of a lovely little strawberry patch. Now unfortunately I don't know the varieties of strawberries, so we'll just have to see what happens in the new year. All that remains is for me to close it up to keep the chickens off. There we go.